Hello again, everybody. I'm glad to be back. I want to once again thank everybody for the unrelenting support in this series, especially for the Transformers 1 video. That one definitely got a lot of traction, so I will definitely keep the movie thing going. Now, from that being said, we're gonna pivot a little bit from the movies and go into TV shows just for this video. Now, this TV show I feel like is a perfect fit for this series. A show that was critically and family, is that even a word? The critics and the fans loved it. You know, it was part of the golden era of 2000 Cartoon Network TV shows, and definitely inspired a lot of kids like myself. And just like that, it was gone too soon. What TV show am I talking about? I'm pretty sure you all know, especially after you read the title. It is none other than the original Teen Titans. This TV show was created from the property of DC, Teen Titans, which was a comic series ran way back in the 1960s. Teen Titans was created by Glenn Murakami and developed by him, along with David Slack and Sam Register. Quick disclaimer, however, due to my Transformers 1 video being copyrighted by Paramount, I will not be showing clips of, I shouldn't say, I will not be showing most of the show in this video. I will show very, very quick clips to help me convey my points. So hopefully that will help me not get copyrighted again. The series ran along for a total of 5 seasons between 2003 and 2006. It told the story of 5 teenage superheroes, Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven, of their everyday lives of stopping the bad guys, saving the day, going through usual team-up quarrels, and their very own character arcs. I will say right off the bat, one of the best things about this show is the balance between serious moments and comedy. This show is a cartoon, so naturally they will have goofy moments with goofy animations and stuff like that for the kids, But sprinkled in there, very well done actually, is some very great intimate moments between the Teen Titans. Well, actually, not only the Teen Titans, but the members of those heroes, between maybe the villains or other people in the show. Robin is the leader of the Teen Titans. Formerly under the wing of Batman, he decided to go out on his own and do his own superhero thing, to step out of Batman's shadow. Cyborg is, a cyborg that does all the tech for the team, and along with Beast Boy, become the duo hype men of the team, which is actually really, really funny to see, because those two are always at each other's throat, but also help hype each other up along with the other team members, and it's great to see. Beast Boy is the comedy relief. He's a goofy little guy that can transform into everything. He's a herbivore, and he also has a heart of gold, which he does show to shine through with people like Raven and Terra. Starfire was this very naive yet positive and kind person who was an alien from another world who tried to escape her captors before she was sold into slavery, I believe. Yeah, it was kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, she is very kind. She is basically the heart and soul of the team, which is shown in one of the episodes when she travels through time. She's overall a very likable and kind individual. Raven is the complete opposite. She's very quiet. She keeps to herself most of the time, and she has a very dark past. Now, while the animation is great, it's nice and crisp from that great 2000s era, the comedy is actually quite funny, even to this day. As an old lad, the best thing about it is still the stories that each character goes through. Now, every season, they pick a certain character to focus on and have their character arc around that. Season 1 was Robin centered. It explored his ability to become a leader of this brand new band of heroes, while also depending on them without it going at it alone, where he did that so much that he created the Red X to try and get to Slade without the help of his team, because he thought that if his team was involved, he would not get close to Slade. And because of that, he snuck around as Red X until he eventually unmasked himself to his team to try and catch Slade. And that mistake lingers throughout the show, actually, to the point where another person goes and takes the mantle of the Red X and causes trouble for him. Although, from time to time, they do team up. And also, as a side note, let's just say that Red X is basically just Jason Todd, the second Robin. Let's just get that out of the way. It's pretty obvious. Now, becoming a great leader and depending on his team, while also not becoming obsessed with a target. He comes from Batman, okay? So he knows all about chasing that one target until they are stopped, no matter what, without killing. And this obsession grows to the point where he goes kind of insane thanks to a gas agent that Slade put on his mask after he was defeated, and is making him see visions of Slade where he's fighting him and he's getting beat up and all that stuff. And that obsession becomes something very toxic, where not only it affects Robin, but it affects his team members, his friends. So he learns to let go of obsessions, to let go of that drive to stop the person that only he can see, and again, learn to rely on his team. That is something really good, and it was very well written. I would say the first season is a great start, and of course, it got people hooked into the show. Now, the second season revolved around a brand new character called Terra, who can manipulate the earth around her. She was basically an earthbender in a DC TV show, and it focused on her and her relationship with Beast Boy. She comes as a very unknown person. The Teen Titans help her out and invite her to become a member of her team. But it is later revealed that Terra was all along working for Slade to infiltrate the Teen Titans and destroy them from the inside, which the betrayal hits everybody, including Beast Boy, the most, because they were actually creating a connection despite all the spying around. They would connect and they would grow feelings towards one another and they would get closer. And it was very adorable to see. And just to have the reveal of Terra being a spy for Slade was honestly gut-wrenching. Not only for the Teen Titans, but for the audience as well, because you were rooting for this person. It was like, oh yeah, brand new member, great new adventures, and possibly a partner for Beast Boy. And nope, she was a spy. And she starts to try and annihilate the Teen Titans one by one, but they survive, and they have a showdown where it ends with her and Slade trying to fight them, and the Teen Titans one last time trying to reason with Terra to join their side and help them out, which does end up working. They defeat Slade, but Terra has to stay back and sacrifice herself to save the world. Because I'm pretty sure there was like a very huge earthquake. It's been a while since I watched the show, but this ends up with the death of Terra. And this is basically the first ever major death in the TV show, which is not only shocking, but it also pulls at your heartstrings because you followed her character. You grew to know her, and the betrayal happened. Of course, people were shocked, but then when she came back to light, people were rooting back for her. But now she has to do the right thing and sacrifice herself to help and save the Teen Titans. And don't act like you didn't cry, because I'm pretty sure most people cried at Terra's death, especially after seeing Beast Boy grieve her death. This character arc shows that it's never too late to do the right thing, especially to those that you have wronged in the past. And that is honestly a very beautiful and meaningful message that many people should learn, even to this day. The third season revolved around Cyborg and his character arc of finding himself again in a way. Because in the comics, he blew up from an accident and his dad put him back together as a cyborg. He has to come to terms with the fact that yes, while this happened, this should not hold him back. His strength is his own, and he's more than just a cyborg. He's still human, and that human part of him drives him to become a better man, not only for his team, but also to become a future leader of some sorts, because that was an episode that happened where he temporarily took on the leadership role of Teen Titans of the East. It was the East or West, to catch his own main villain. I feel that Cyborg's character arc is about how you should not let your disabilities hold you back. You still have a lot to show to the world and to prove yourself. So you always got to give it your best to show people that you are more than what you seem. The fourth season revolves around Raven and her past, her connection with her dad, Trigon, how she has been running away from what she is, half demon, half human, and how her powers, if left unchecked, can become a detriment for the world. Now, fortunately, her worst fears do come to pass, and her father is released into the world, creating an apocalypse. And from this point on, it is up to her to overcome her past traumas and defeat her own father. this season is all about how you should not let your past define who you are now. You're not tied to toxic family members, especially those that exploit you for their own gain. What you do now is what defines who you are. And that's the choice that Raven takes, which is very, very subtly told through, not only through the story, but through her clothing. Because she goes from a dark, a very gothic apparel to where she becomes in sort of ways purified and set free from her past, which you can see through her white clothing. Now the fifth season is where it's kind of interesting because it's more of a mix of different character-centric episodes, which kind of culminates in the kind of not really finale where the Teen Titans join together with all the other new up-and-coming teen heroes to defeat the bad guys, and they all become Teen Titans. I know there's still one more episode after that, but I will get to that when I will get to it. Now, the final episode that was released involved Beast Boy finding out that Tara is alive again. However, she has a case of amnesia. She doesn't remember who she is or who the Teen Titans are or what she even went through at all. And she tells Beast Boy straight up, like, the person that you know is not here anymore. I'm someone new. And she walks away while Beast Boy is forced to return to his Teen Titan duties. And can I just say that Slade is easily one of the best villains in TV history. Like, this man is the catalyst for so many things happening, even after his main villain role in the first season. Because in the second season, he's the one that is manipulating Tara. And in the fourth season, he is the reason why Trigon is released from Raven. I can't really remember if he was in the third season, and I'm very certain that he was not in the fifth. You guys can correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure those were the only two seasons where Slade was not anywhere to be seen. Now, the show is overall great. Great action, great comedy, great storytelling, great animation. It was the near perfect show, to be honest. People loved it. It was going great. And then during the fifth season, it was canceled. Absolutely canceled. So what happened after the final episode with Beast Boy and Tara? Why such an abrupt ending even after they were hinting at setting up a brand new storyline between Beast Boy and Tara? This is something that people were pondering at for quite a while, actually, even years after the cancellation of the show. Like, back in, I would say, mid-2010s YouTube, people were pondering that question, like, what canceled the Teen Titans and what made them get replaced by Teen Titans Go? So there were a lot of theories, a lot of guesses, but the definitive proof that was told, even by the shows itself, quite simply, the viewership and ratings for the Teen Titans was dropping. It was going down a hill during the fifth season, actually, if you could believe it or not. Viewership was tanking, and Cartoon Network ultimately decided that because of the lower viewership, they decided to completely cancel the show. But you're probably asking, how is a show that is this good get low viewership? How did it tank? Well, simply put, and this is my 2 cents into that. This is my guess, so take it with a grain of salt. Simply because of the TV shows that started appearing around 2005 and 2006. So, Teen Titans was canceled in 2006. So, viewership had to have a time for it to dip, at least, let's say, a year. Because I'm pretty sure that's about how long it would take for a show to get canceled. Now, while Teen Titans was still going, and it was basically on around its 4th or 5th season, or no, actually, the 4th season ended and it was starting its 5th season, TV shows like Ben 10, Johnny Test, American Dragon Jake Long, Lunatics, and even Avatar The Last Airbender were starting to make the rounds because they began around 2005. Now, all these shows, with the exception of Johnny Test, were serialized comedy action TV shows, just like Teen Titans. But they were brand new, with brand new IPs, brand new setups, brand new stories, and people got hooked to that. So my guess is that people started flocking to those other TV shows, leaving Teen Titans behind, declining their viewership. Now, time passes by, and around December of 2012, we get these shorts called New Teen Titans, where it was basically Teen Titans but chibi-ized. They were short and cutely animated, and it was heavily more focused on comedy, but it still retained that same feel, that aesthetic from the original Teen Titans. So because of that, they were a huge success, and the shorts did incredibly well for Cartoon Network. And because of that, a few months later, in April of 2013, we got Teen Titans Go, which was a fully more comedy-based version of the original Teen Titans. It was more colorful, the characters were more shorter and more cartoony, and it was more geared towards kids and kid humor, and that very well shows in the TV show. Now, back then, when people saw this, they absolutely loathed Teen Titans Go. It was hated. It was despised by everybody except kids. And because kids loved it so much, it kept going. It became a huge success for Cartoon Network. So much so, to the point where they showed nothing but Teen Titans Go with just 1 or 2 TV shows in very odd hours of the day during their airtime. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back then, when you scroll through TV channels and see their shows and their airtimes, when you scroll to Cartoon Network, it was nothing but Teen Titans Go over and over and over, with the exception of maybe OK, KO Punch, or whatever that show is called, and The Amazing World of Gumball. But after that, after some 1 or 2 episodes of those other TV shows, it was back to Teen Titans Go over and over and over and over, and it was all that was in the air. And I feel like that is also why people started hating it even more, because Cartoon Network showed nothing but Teen Titans Go. So yeah, where Teen Titans failed, Teen Titans Go thrived. It got way more seasons, and it even got a theatrically released movie called Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I don't know if the original Teen Titans, they also had a movie called Tokyo Rush or something. I don't know if it was released theatrically or not. Please let me know down in the comments. But in the Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie, in the post-credit scenes, you see the original Teen Titans trying to get a communication through, which is kind of fourth wall breaking, telling us, the audience, that they are very much still here. Now people are getting excited because they were speculating that this was very much the return of the original Teen Titans in some sort of format. And later on in 2019, they got just that in the movie Teen Titans Go versus the Teen Titans. And it was alright. It was nothing special. I mean, it was a fun watch. The interaction between Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans was funny. It was entertaining. And me, as a huge fan of the Teen Titans, of course, I squealed like a little boy when I saw the original Teen Titans doing their usual spiel. But this movie tries so hard to be funny sometimes, where it just comes off as cringe with his title cards and this deep voice guy that dubs everything people say in a serious tone. Like, can you stop? And this movie also had musicals, believe it or not. 2 musicals to be exact. And it is actually here in one of the musicals called We Are Teen Titans, where they just blatantly say, hey, Teen Titans viewership tanked and Teen Titans Go viewership rose way up.
Left to go and hating, but there's no use debating. Go version of the Titans gets really good rating.
So yeah, the movie was fairly well received, I would say. It was a fun time. People overall liked it. But after that, nothing ever came up from the original Teen Titans TV show ever again. Like, that was basically it. That was their last, most recent outing as of this time of recording. Meanwhile, Teen Titans Go is on their 9th season with most likely a 10th on the way. Teen Titans is back in the vault of canceled and gone too soon TV shows, where maybe in a few years they'll dust off their box and revive it for nostalgia's sakes if TV ratings go down again. So yeah, Teen Titans had an undeserved downfall because, well, times were changing. New TV shows were coming that were serialized and had a good balance of comedy and action, so people flocked to those. And the huge success of the new Teen Titans shorts was pretty much the final nail in the coffin, because they went full on onto the comedy route with Teen Titans Go. And that show became a huge success despite it being hated back then. And yeah, that's where Teen Titans lies. Now, while the original TV show is done, there have been many other projects of Teen Titans. Like I said, the movie Teen Titans Go versus the Teen Titans, well, it can be cringe at times, is an overall fun watch. And there was these Teen Titans animated movies where they're actually all grown up and they tell a more mature and darker, I would like to say, version of stories. Like, if you like a more light-hearted and comedy-centric version of the Teen Titans Go is still very much going to this day somehow. I swear, the thing is the brand new Family Guy and American Dad and Simpsons for Cartoon Network. It's just not dying. It keeps coming back. And of course, we still have the original Teen Titans show right there for people to enjoy and relive the nostalgia of those lovely characters that so many people attach themselves to and related to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate your guys' support for this series. Sorry it took me so long to get this one out of the way. I was adrill for a good long bit, but I'm back now, so I am going to get back into the grind. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.